Hello, welcome again to Expounding the Bible. Your host, Nathanael Morel. And today, as usual, we will expound the Bible on the subject on cosmetics, particularly makeup. Should that be worn, again, as a Christian? Where does that derive from? And does the Bible say it's okay? Or is the Bible silent on it and it's just our choice or preference? So that's what we want to pick up today. And we want to look at some examples in the Bible. Just an example, because the Bible is not too deep into the subject of makeup, but there is, and there are a few places, if you search very well in the Bible, where it points you out that this may not be a good idea to be worn as a Christian. Let us go to the book of 2 Kings. 2 Kings chapter 9. 2 Kings chapter 9. And here we read about a very wicked queen, a pagan queen in that matter. Her name is Jezebel. And Jezebel is about to be slain because the kingdom is being taken over by another king, and he is just killing everybody, all the officers that has to do with the previous king, including this queen. And Jezebel was a very wicked queen. She persecuted God's church, and now she's in trouble. So Jehu is the one that is going to go kill her. He's the one that has taken over the throne. He has become king, and now he's wiping out all the remnants of the previous king. So he comes to Jezreel. It says in 2 Kings chapter 9 and in verse 30, it says, "And when Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it. And she painted her face and tired her head and looked out the window." So she heard Jehu was coming. She went and she grabbed her makeup box and she painted her face. Again, it's so cool how the Bible will put it, because that's what it is. When you put makeup on your face, you're painting yourself. So she would paint herself, and if you look at that word in the original Hebrew, in the Strong's Concordance, it will say cosmetics. So she went out and she tried to put herself under disguise. She tried to put herself under disguise so no one could recognize her from her original self. And she looked out the window and she saw Jehu was there, and she tried to go and point the finger at somebody else, but Jehu knew who she was. So he ordered her to be killed anyway, and she died, and that didn't really do anything. She tried to go into her makeup tutorial, but that didn't work. Makeup, again, always associated in the Bible with paganism or idolatry, and if you look at the history and origin of makeup, you find out that it was pagan nations that came up with it and weared it. The Egyptians were one of the earliest civilizations to wear makeup on. The Romans also, the Greeks, and those type of civilizations, those were very prominent makeup for their beauty. But again, that was not to be worn by God's people. God's people were to wear only their own natural beauty. And if they would have followed, if you follow Christ, you would wear his character or his righteousness on you, which will make you more beautiful. And also, if we follow the health laws that God has put, we would see that it will make our skins more beautiful and more clear, that we won't have to put makeup on. Makeup in the long run, as we will see, let's go, before I get into that, let's go and see Jeremiah. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah. Jeremiah chapter 4. Jeremiah chapter 4 and verse 30. And God is telling Israel, turn back from your heathen pagan ways and come back to me, or else Babylon will come to go take you, and destruction will come on your land. And one of the things that God is telling Israel and the Jews is one of the things that we are about to discuss. And it says in Jeremiah 4 verse 30, God is saying, "And when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thyself with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee, and they will seek thy life. So God is telling them, why are you're acting like the heathen nations? You are dressing up in golden clothing. You are also, you're painting your face. You're putting makeup on thyself to try to make yourself look pretty. But God says, in vain thou shalt make thyself look fair or beautiful. It says that thy lovers will despise thee and will seek thy life. What is that saying? Do you know it is it is proven that young people who wear makeup in their young age, by the time they get older, their face, their natural face, starts getting a little more uglier. Pimples start coming up, wrinkles start coming up, and as a result, we put more makeup on ourselves to try to hide it. Meanwhile, that's only making the problem worse. Young people who, especially young girls, they try to make themselves look prettier instead of using their natural beauty. They try to put extra beauty on themselves. They paint their face, they put makeup on their face to try to go after boys or try to look good, which is vanity. The Bible condemns that. And it says, in vain shalt thou make thyself look fair, or shalt thou make thyself look pretty. It says that thy lovers will despise thee. By the time you are old, in your 40s or 30s, you have put so much makeup, so much chemicals into your skin that your skin won't be able to absorb anymore, and it'll become getting unhealthy. And your skin again will start getting wrinkles, will start getting pimples and stuff like that, and then no one is gonna like you because you have messed up your face. And then we try to put more makeup on top of that, and the more we put, the more it gets worse. Meanwhile, if we this is why we got to follow God's plan of healthy eating. We got to eat more fruits. We got to eat more vegetables. We got to drink more water. Water right there will filter our blood, will make our bodies healthier, will make our skins healthier. I can tell you, me myself, a couple years ago, I'm a vegetarian, but I still had a few skin problems. I had a few pimples here and there, and I started eating a little bit more healthier. And I started eating more fruits, more vegetables, things especially that have a lot of vitamin A on them. That's good for skin. And right now I don't see most of the wrinkles and pimples that I had anymore. I can see the change in my skin. And for women, it will work more if we only can put that. If we eat junk, our bodies are going to produce like junk. If we eat junk, our skin is going to be junk. Our organs are going to be junk. Our blood is going to be junk. And therefore, we're going to be unhealthy. And therefore, we're going to have pimples starting to come out. We're going to have wrinkles all over here. And then guess what? We're going to go and buy some cream, which is chemicals. And we're going to apply them to the skin. And that may work for a little while. But it's not going to work when you get older. I saw this mid-90-year-old lady. She's 90 years old, yet she looks like 50. Her skin is still good. How do you do that? I eat healthy. Yo, guy, you're like 70 years old, but you still look like if you're in your mid-40s. How do you do that? Your skin looks healthy. I eat healthy. And another reason why the Bible condemns makeup also is because, notice, Jezebel put makeup on her face to try to disguise herself. That is deceiving. A lot of ladies who they're not bad looking, but I mean, ladies, they all think that they're ugly, even though they're not. Studies have shown that. But they put makeup to try to make themselves look prettier than what they really are. And therefore, they walk around, some guy falls for her thinking that she's actually very beautiful. And she may be very beautiful because of the thing that she's wearing. But guess what? When you take off all that paint, you find out what the real face is about. I saw this post once, and it says the first thing you should do on your first date is take your girl swimming. And if she comes out the same way she went in, then that's good. If she doesn't come out, if she comes out differently than how the way she went in, then you know where I'm going. You know the problem. It's deceiving. Women are deceiving men into thinking that they're beautiful, that they're extra beautiful, when in fact, when they see their original face, they may not be so pretty. Meanwhile, if you just eat healthy and use your natural beauty that God gave you, your natural beauty, that's not bad at all. But the thing is, especially women, we get caught up with our vanity, and we just want to put makeup to look ourselves extra pretty, when in fact we're damaging our skin. Why are you putting makeup? Oh, I gotta cover up this pimple. The boy ain't gonna like me if I don't cover it up. He's gonna think I'm not pretty. Guess what? That may work, but in the long run, it's only gonna multiply your pimples and wrinkles. Meanwhile, if we would eat healthy, if we eat healthy and maintain our body healthy, those pimples and wrinkles won't come, because the vitamins from what we're eating and minerals are being absorbed, and they're being put in place, they're being spread out. Our blood is going to be good, our immune system is going to be good, we're going to be less sick, and our skin, our hair, everything's going to be good. Our bones will be good. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. What's that saying? That's saying eating healthy prevents you from damage and pain later on. And that's what the Bible is trying to say. The Bible is saying, in vain are you trying to make yourself look pretty. Because in the long run, it's going to catch up to you, and you're not going to be pretty, and then all the guys you went after are not going to like you anymore. Because you damaged your skin with all the chemicals when you were young. And that goes for young people too. Stop damaging your skin. A little bit may be all right, but as a whole, the Bible doesn't recommend use for it. Some lip gloss, that may be fine, but makeup, that's already the Bible it actually condemns that sort of thing. A little bit may be okay depending on some places, but as a whole, makeup is usually for vanity. It's not good and it's not healthy. So those two examples are what the Bible has to say about makeup. I hope the young people really learn from this. And for young ladies, use your own beauty. God made everybody pretty and handsome in their own way. We don't have to add more to our face, especially when makeup derives from pagan worlds. And makeup is not condoned by the Bible. The Bible speaks against it. So let us eat healthy so we can have better skins and better faces and better bodies, so we could maintain ourselves healthy. Meanwhile, stop damaging our skin through the putting on of chemicals. And if we could just, if you look in the internet, what is healthy foods for your skin, you'll find a whole bunch. Peaches are good for the skin. Carrots are good. What was the next one? Nectarines are good. Mangoes are good. They got a lot of vitamin A on them. Coconut oil is good for the skin. Even avocado oil, I believe, is all right there. It's just that we do not want to know, or we don't want to partake of it. But if we can eat healthy, our bodies are going to be healthy. So let us take that into consideration. That is what the Bible says. I hope we learn from it. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please press like. If also subscribe. We are also on Facebook at Expounding the Bible. Until then, this is your host Nathanael Morel saying, have a blessed day.